today for two special members of their team. Your local news starts right now.
Your local news and weather from where you live. Newswatch 12 at 10 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch 12 at 10. I'm Dan Hagan. The United States Supreme Court has overturned Roe v. Wade, removing a constitutionally protected right to abortion. Conservative Justice Samuel Alito wrote for the majority, saying, quote, Roe was egregiously wrong from the start. Its reasoning was exceptionally weak, and the decision has had damaging consequences. The action transforms the landscape of women's reproductive health in America. From now on, unless Congress acts, abortion rights will be determined by states. Already, nearly half of states have already or say they will pass laws banning abortion. A number of other states have put measures in place to regulate or prevent the procedure. The decision is sparking both celebration and outrage. Karen Caifa is in Washington, D.C. and has more.
From coast to coast, the Supreme Court's historic ruling on abortion rights sparking a strong and emotional response. On Friday, the conservative Supreme Court majority overturned Roe v. Wade, ending the federal constitutional right to abortions. Abortion rights activists angered at the nearly 50-year reversal, taking to the streets from Washington, D.C. to Colorado to California.
Abortion bans are illegitimate. Forced motherhood is illegitimate.
I'm angry. I'm fired up. The fight is not over. People did this fight 50 years ago. I guess it's our turn to take the fight up again.
Meanwhile, anti-abortion activists praising the high court's decision and celebrating the victory.
Millions of lives will be saved by this decision.
I've been fighting my entire adult life for this day. It is one important victory.
The landmark decision expected to have a wide and immediate impact. 26 states have laws indicating they plan to ban abortion, according to the Guttmacher Institute, including 13 that have trigger laws that have already gone into effect or will occur after a set period or after a step taken by a state government entity.
We're looking at a moment where we are going to experience a nationwide healthcare crisis as over half the country bans access to abortion care.
And as supporters and opponents respond to the ruling, the D.C. Metropolitan Police is ramping up staffing, bracing for potential clashes over the weekend, as President Joe Biden asks Americans to keep protests peaceful.
No intimidation. Violence is never acceptable.
In Washington, I'm Karen Caifa.
Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller joins us now. Jeff, a nice day out there, but a few showers.
Yeah, temperatures did what they were supposed to do today, with highs back in the upper 80s to low 90s. Tomorrow, though, big changes are on the way, followed by a cool day for us. Cool for late June on Sunday. Okay, out there right now, it's still 70 in Eagle River, 66 for Place of the Tomahawk, 77 for Point. You get the idea. It's still kind of warm, a bit muggy out there, and there were a couple showers earlier. Those showers are now faded away. We are in an environment, though, you could see a pop-up shower at any given time tonight. Most of us will stay dry tonight, but tomorrow, that's different because all of this is moving this way, and that's going to give us a round of showers and storms tomorrow. Most likely 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning and through about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I know right in the middle of the day, but we do have rainfall on the way for us for tomorrow. Our forecast then tonight, though, is mostly cloudy skies, a couple of thunder showers out there, non-severe, with low temperatures down near 63. Your full forecast is coming up, Dan.
Thanks, Jeff. Here in the Northwoods, some unhappy with the Supreme Court's ruling took to the streets. This was the scene in Pioneer Park in Rhinelander, where supporters of reproductive rights held signs and waved to traffic. Some of the emotions expressed to a reporter there were shock, sadness, and anger. Signs read, "We will not go back," and "My body, my choice." It was a similar scene in Minocqua at around 4 p.m. Protesters walked along Highway 51 in the town. Signs read, "We dissent," and "Keep abortion safe and legal." Governor Tony Evers was asked today about how he plans to respond to the Supreme Court's ruling. He says that a lengthy legal battle can be expected over the decision.
Clearly, one of the things that can be done is going to court, and I'm sure that's going to happen in some fashion. I'll have a chance to chat with the Attorney General sometime over the next couple of days. But certainly litigation is out there. We're going to do whatever we can as the governor's office to make sure that the women still have these rights.
The governor also talked about the state's 150-year-old abortion law and its impact on Wisconsinites. Evers went as far to say he would pardon anybody charged under the law. Conservative Justice Clarence Thomas wrote in a concurring opinion in the Supreme Court ruling that the court should reconsider other cases of personal choice. One case that gives the right to private consensual sexual acts between the same gender, another case that gives the right of same-sex marriage, and another which gives the right to buy and use contraceptives without government restriction. People gathered outside Justice Thomas's house responding to his strong stance this evening. Members of the crowd called the justice's wife an insurrectionist, referring to her efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 election. A juvenile suspect was in court today in connection with the Chippewa Falls death of 10-year-old Lily Peters. Peters was found dead one day after she was reported missing near a trail by Leinenkugel's Brewery 2 months ago. A 14-year-old boy was arrested a couple days later and is charged with homicide, sexual assault, and child sexual assault. In documents now made available to the public, the boy's grandmother pled that the case should be sent to juvenile court so he can get the mental health care he needs. The boy is currently being held on a $1 million cash bond. He is scheduled to appear in court again on September 1st. Coming up on Newswatch 12, a special last day of school for a second grader in New York. We'll hear how she reunited with her military mom. That's after weather right here on Jeff on Newswatch 12.
You can always find great-looking furniture at incredible everyday low prices at Slumberland Furniture. Like these modern sectionals and sofas, starting as low as $3.99. And always free doorstep shipping. Get your look for less at Slumberland Furniture.
For over 30 years, Watash Fireworks has delivered a huge exclusive selection of the best-performing, high-quality fireworks not found anywhere else. Located on Peace Pipe Road, downtown Lac du Flambeau.
Ripco Credit Union.
Did you know that Ripco Credit Union has been around for 90 years? That covers generations of members, people we've stood by and stood behind every step of the way. If you're in the market for a financial institution you can trust, one with deep roots in the communities we serve and an attitude of excellence, give Ripco a chance and we'll give you our best. Ripco Credit Union, Rhinelander and Eagle River, federally insured by NCUA.
An attitude of excellence. Ripco Credit Union.
College is great, but it's not the best path for everyone. Careers in the skilled trades are good-paying jobs that are badly needed. That's why I expanded skills training, and I signed a bipartisan law to connect students and their parents to more information on apprenticeships in high-demand fields. Folks, our high school students need to know all their options when it comes to their future. It's the right thing to do for our kids and for our economy.
With the right tools and a little hard work, you can do it yourself. And with the right kind of paint, you can finish the job faster. Pittsburgh Paints and Stains exceeds your expectations with products that can cover your walls in one coat. So instead of another coat of paint, you can finally get outside. One coat paint means time better spent. Pittsburgh Paints and Stains, exclusively at Menards.
Every living creature on Earth needs Mother Nature's water for survival. From the family pet, whether it's the dog, our fish in a fish tank, to the precious little munchkins running around, for 7 decades, Maher Water Corporation has been supplying and treating this water for the entire family with products made here in Wisconsin by WaterCare. So call us today for the cleanest, safest water around.
You can always find great-looking furniture at incredible everyday low prices at Slumberland Furniture. Like these modern sectionals and sofas, starting as low as $3.99. And always free doorstep shipping. Get your look for less at Slumberland Furniture.
It's Friday night, the weekend's here. Lots of folks are traveling north to join us this weekend. The weather's going to be mixed with some rain tomorrow and then some cooler temperatures getting in here on Sunday. Out there earlier, we had a couple of rain showers and a couple of thunder showers. Those have now faded away, but there is more where those came from. The environment out there now, it's kind of muggy, kind of buoyant, right? There could be a pop-up thunder shower at any given time tonight, but The main event is still over here. That is moving our way, and there's a lot to that. It'll likely fall apart as it enters north central Wisconsin early tomorrow morning, but then redevelop through the afternoon, as we do have several waves of showers to get through tomorrow. And here it is. There's just a lot going on over here. Included in there is a cold front, an area of low pressure. That's moving this way. So tomorrow we're going to get wet. It won't be an all-day rain, but pretty sure we're going to have rain between like 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. in the afternoon, with scattered showers after that as well. Okay, so Futurecast shows this first line coming toward us and then falling apart tonight. The air over here is kind of more stable right now, but then redevelopment through the afternoon. Again, expect showers tomorrow. It's not going to be a perfect day. Most likely outdoor plans will get wet around noon tomorrow. And the rainfall will not be a lot. We're talking maybe a quarter inch of rain, which we could use some more rainfall around here. As you know, gardens are pretty dry, but it won't be that event this time, as there's not a lot of moisture with this system. But today, we had some pretty warm temperatures, up near 88 here in Rhinelander, 85 for Antigo, 92 Wapaka. Yeah, it was hot, right? No record highs out there today, but it was increasingly more humid. This will not be the case tomorrow. High temperatures tomorrow pretty much hanging out in the 70s across our neck of the woods. In fact, out there now, we're even 70 in Eagle River, 69 for Antigo, 77 for Stevens Point, and it's kind of humid. So if you're sleeping in a tent tonight, shouldn't have any worries except for the mosquitoes out there with low temperatures down near 60. Then tomorrow, expect rain after sunrise tomorrow. All right, so here's the Midwest. And again, there's some heat out here, right? We have places in the 90s out there today. But the cold front, your eye goes there, right? You see the cold front right through there. That is going to move our direction for tomorrow. And then once that passes through, we'll get a wind shift out of the west. That will begin to cool us off tomorrow night. In fact, here's that trend. 76 are all we're going to do tomorrow. Some rain cool there. And that is a 68. The average high being like 77. Sunday we'll do 68. But then right back up there Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So overall, a very summer-like pattern here, except for that cool day on Sunday. So our forecast for tomorrow to the north, looking at temperatures basically mid-70s. A couple of showers and storms. For the south, same story. Mid-70s, showers and storms. Off and on, but they likely be out of here. It's picking up speed to this system is, so it could be out of here by, say, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Our forecast tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies. A rogue storm can't be ruled out at any given time. It could produce locally heavy rainfall as the atmosphere kind of gets wrung out. Look for low temperatures down near 63. For tomorrow, it's Saturday. Scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms out there, likely non-severe again, with high temperatures cooler near 76 and the southwest breeze around 5 to 10. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress shows tomorrow that rain tomorrow. We can't get away from it, right? Sunday, though, we are dry with temperatures in the 60s. That's going to feel good. Monday, lots of sunshine, 74. Our next chance for rain after tomorrow is going to be on Tuesday and then again on Thursday into Friday of next week. Dan?
Stocks surged today, making significant gains for the holiday-shortened week. The Dow gained more than 5% for the week, while the Nasdaq shot up nearly 7%. All three major indices snapped 3-week losing streaks, but they each remained down sharply for the month of June. Investors may have been cheering a surprisingly strong housing report, with new home sales up 11% in May. The Rhinelander Police Department held a fundraiser today to support their K-9 unit. All proceeds went towards the 2 dog officers in their department. The event also served as a way to educate the public on how the dogs help police while on patrol.
Well, the dogs help us in many ways. They are dual-purpose canines, which means that they're trained in detection of illegal drugs, and they're also trained in apprehension.
To help out the K-9 unit, reach out to the Rhinelander Police Department. The last day of school was made extra special for a second grader in New York City. These second graders thought they were about to meet one of their favorite authors, but 8-year-old Nicole Carvajal received an even bigger treat. Her mom, Army Sergeant Lilibeth Contreras, had just come home. Mother and daughter have been apart for the last 14 months.
It was very surprising and nice because I miss her so much.
Mom has been stationed in Korea. She calls it her purpose to serve the United States. The only drawback is the time away from her daughter. The two use video calls to stay in touch, and Nicole is never far from the Army bear her mom gave her.
It's been a rough time not being able to spend as much time with her. She's my reason for everything. She's my reason to push forward.
Sergeant Contreras will be home about a month before shipping out again, this time to Germany. One sport is surging in popularity around the world. Coming up on Newswatch 12, we'll hear how Rhinelander residents are riding the new pickleball wave.
Mel's Trading Post, a downtown Rhinelander landmark locally owned for over 70 years. Get your spring and summer sporting goods with ease from our experienced staff and get expert advice. Come down and see our great selection, open 7 days a week for your convenience.
Wisconsin, Governor, we have one chance to get this right. Remember one name, Kevin Nicholson, Marine, 5 years, Iraq, Afghanistan, came home, founded No Better Friend Corp, taught Wisconsin conservatives how to organize and win. This is about the ones who work for a living, worry about safe streets and buying groceries. Warrior conservatives. This is about Kevin Nicholson. Conservatives, rise up. We have a leader.
When searching for your next truck, you want your truck to last. Get the job done right with a Lenz truck. We have them all. Half-ton trucks, Power Strokes, Cummins, Duramax, SUVs, over 800 to choose from. Know that all Lenz trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, and can be bought hassle-free online. Go now to lenztruck.com.
Lenz Truck, Lenz Truck. We got the trucks at Lenz Truck.
We got the trucks.
We would never hit 12 drunk.
Clutch it up drunk? Not a chance. Do a stoppie drunk?
We would never drift drunk.
So you should never drive drunk.
Drive sober.
Or get pulled over.
Mel's Trading Post, a downtown Rhinelander landmark locally owned for over 70 years. Get your spring and summer sporting goods with ease from our experienced staff and get expert advice. Come down and see our great selection, open 7 days a week for your convenience.
Pickleball is a rapidly growing sport. Some people describe it as a combination of tennis and ping pong. The Rhinelander Area Pickleball Group held its last summer gathering at Pioneer Park. It was part of a series of lessons to introduce more people to the sport.
Pickleball is the fastest growing sport in America. They're running out of pickleball courts around the country now.
It does have a paddle and a ball, but this sport is on a 44 by 20 foot court.
Well, I used to play badminton and ping pong when I was little, and I tried tennis, but tennis was too hard.
Pickleball coach Jane Banning finally found a sport for herself. She was happy to learn a game that was easy to pick up.
My favorite part is that people can grasp it quickly. It doesn't matter how mobile you are, you can still play.
Another coach at the clinic had a simpler definition for the game.
You're playing ping pong, but you're on the table.
John Cook taught the dozen kids in attendance, 4 of which are family members.
It's a fun game. It's so social, and it's competitive. Then to be able to do that with younger populations, in this case my grandkids, I mean, it's a win-win. In hopes that we'll be able to do that as a group, my grandkids, in years to come.
It's a game for all ages.
The serve was really the hard part for all of us, and we all got good at it.
And Pioneer Park in the middle of town was a perfect place to bring this hot sport into Rhinelander during the early summer.
I've seen people smiling, laughing, socializing, meeting new people. And that's what our parks are really meant to do, to be a place of social gathering.
While players got to learn the rules, it also taught the young ones about sportsmanship.
Playing good and being kind to the other players.
In Rhinelander, Matt Weaver, Newswatch 12.
School is out for the summer, but Newswatch 12's resident historian is taking a look back at school years past. Coming up on Newswatch 12, we'll learn more about Northwood schools of yesteryear. We'll be right back.
Fireworks Country has everything you need to celebrate the 4th of July under a fireworks-filled sky. Celebrate our independence with a bang. Fireworks Country, located at the Big Blue Barn, 1 mile west of Wittenberg on Highway 29.
Dude, great ride.
Right? This Silverado keeps me connected and in control. And this touchscreen is my command center.
My command center. The 2022 Silverado LT. Find new control. Find new roads.
Well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% financing on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or order your next Chevy at your local dealership. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
When my family opened the first Culver's in Sauk City, Wisconsin, you know what we did? We gave it our all, making sure everyone felt welcome, sharing our favorite foods from around the state, like butter burgers and fresh frozen custard, greeting every guest with all our heart, crafting each meal with care. Believing a smile makes everything taste better. And it's a tradition we bring with us yet today, from our hometown to yours. Welcome to Delicious.
Garden season is here. Stop at Fourth Floral on North Brown Street in downtown Rhinelander. For over 120 years, our family has been growing the hardy plants that thrive in northern Wisconsin, all grown on-site in our own greenhouses. Visit us for locally grown flowers, vegetables, and hanging baskets. We have garden accessories and gifts and great gardening advice to make your yard a beautiful oasis. At Fourth Floral on North Brown Street in downtown Rhinelander.
At Northwoods Furniture, we're celebrating America with our 4th of July sales event. Enjoy store-wide savings at both locations. We have it all, quality furniture and mattresses to fit everyone's comfort and style. Enjoy shopping in our relaxed, friendly atmosphere. No high pressure, no price gimmicks, just honest savings. Hurry in for best selections. Our 4th of July sales event ends soon. Northwoods Furniture and Mattress in Eagle River, celebrating 15 years in business. Fireworks Country has everything you need to celebrate the 4th of July under a fireworks-filled sky. Celebrate our independence with a bang. Fireworks Country, located at the Big Blue Barn, 1 mile west of Wittenberg on Highway 29.
Many people like to spend the summer at the pool or the beach, but a shortage of lifeguards nationally means this summer could be less safe. Lifeguards are often advanced swimmers who have received training through the Red Cross or other swimming programs. Their main purpose is to make sure people are safe in the water. Stephanie Dahlquist is with the YMCA of the Northwoods here in Rhinelander. She says that with no lifeguards at beaches or pools, people can be at risk.
Right now, you'll see signs that say no lifeguard on duty because unfortunately we don't have those lifeguards that are extra certified to be able to lifeguard at a beach.
Drowning can be prevented when dedicated lifeguards on duty are available to carry out their duties. Having pool safety signs can also make a difference, establishing rules that minimize the risks.
Lifeguards are extremely important. I mean, here in the Northwoods, we have many, many bodies of water. So as the Y's leading swim instructor, water safety is our #1 priority.
If you're looking into becoming a lifeguard, you can contact the YMCA of the Northwoods. A few weeks ago, we shared the beginning of our new series called Connecting the Dots. Local historian Carrie Bladorn is showing us how life was in the Northwoods over a century ago. And in case you missed it, here's part 1, showing us how daily life looked for students back in the day.
Connecting the Dots, Reliving Northwoods History with Carrie Bladorn is brought to you by Fourth Floral, Mel's Trading Post, Rhinelander Brewing Company, and Ripco Credit Union.
School just wrapped up in north central Wisconsin. Let's take a moment to walk back in time to see what life was like in a rural school 100 years ago. Far from the state-of-the-art elementary schools we have today, with expansive buildings, separate classrooms for each grade, filled with the electronic education tools of the modern age, rural schools of yesteryear were much simpler affairs. Prior to 1950, thousands of these little schools dotted the landscape of the early American education system. Things were much different in rural parts of Wisconsin a century ago, where every 5 or so miles you could find a modest one-room country school. Buildings like this schoolhouse at Pioneer Park Historical Complex in Rhinelander. Schools such as this one were often built on land donated by adjacent farmsteads with school-aged children. This school began its life near Tom Doyle Lake in Newbold and was later moved to the township of Pine Lake. Moving a school was not uncommon to accommodate the changing needs of the rural areas. Arriving at school after walking a few miles with a lunch pail in hand and then playing outside with their classmates, the day would begin with the ring of the school bell, either from a simple bell tower on top of the school or a handbell from the teacher, like this one. Children of all ages up to the 8th grade were all taught in one room by a single teacher. The teacher would arrive early in the morning to prepare for the day. Sometimes the teacher was as young as 16 years old and often boarded at a nearby farm. Teachers of past generations adhered to strict rules, such as being unmarried, not wearing bright colors, and being home between the hours of 8 p.m. and 6 a.m., among others. Older children helped younger pupils with their lessons when the teacher was busy with an individual grade. Students also had daily chores, such as raising the flag, fetching wood for the wood stove, which heated the school, or water from the hand-pumped well where it was brought in for the water cooler. Along with the woodshed, these schools also had an outhouse on the premise. In the days before television and computers, these buildings often served as a community gathering place for programs during Christmas or President's Day, as well as weekend potlucks hosted by neighbors. In the late 1940s, districts began the process of consolidation, which spelled the end of the one-room country school. Larger facilities were built in centralized locations, and students were more easily bused in from the rural areas. Education has come a long way in 100 years from the days of the one-room schoolhouse. Students today can be glad they don't have to use an outhouse anymore, pump water from a well, or walk to school uphill both ways. I'm Kerry Bladorn. This has been Connecting the Dots, reliving Northwood's history on Newswatch 12.
Newswatch 12's Big Old Fish is brought to you by Kurt's Island Sports Shop in Minocqua. So what does the salmon always say right at closing time? Well, we better locks up. All right, there's something fishy about that joke. We're just going to move right on with this week's Big Old Fish with Barbara Fox, who caught this gorgeous 30-inch northern on Mamie Lake on the Cisco chain. Now, she was using a MEPS number 3 red and white aglia and won their daily bet while fishing for a quarter. Now, the big payoff was catching that fish because it is a big old fish. Way to go and keep on reeling them in. Next up on this week's Big Old Fish, we have Andy Philippak, who caught this 40-inch, 15.6-pound northern pike on the Willow Flowage in Oneida County. Now, she hooked it with a 1/8 ounce jig and a minnow on 6-pound test. Well, that's no small feat, nor is that a small fish. In fact, that's a big old fish. Way to go. Keep on reeling them in. And finally, in this week's Big Old Fish, we have Tim Janikowski. He caught this gorgeous 43-inch northern pike. Obviously, 43 inches, northern pike, yep, that's a big old fish. Way to go, Tim. Keep on reeling them in. All right, fishermen and women, make sure to keep those trophy pictures coming. All the information you need to be in a future episode of Big Old Fish and win a Norling Taxidermy fish meal is on our website, WJFW.com. And remember, anglers, fish on.
This summer, prime rib is the star. Bite into the new Primal Angus Thick Burger at Hardee's. See Jurassic World Dominion now in theaters.
It's summertime at the Rhinelander Brewery, featuring live music and open to enjoy 7 days a week. Come in and enjoy snacks and our rotating local beer selection. Grab your favorite food at CT's Deli and bring it in to enjoy. Fill up your growler or howler from the beers exclusive to our tap room. We have a large selection of apparel, so shop with your four-legged friends because we are dog-friendly. Rhinelander Brewery is looking to enjoy your summer with you.
That's a pretty tight spot.
Watch this.
Your Buick Park said so. That's so you.
Of course you know where we're going. That's so you.
Kinda got a sixth sense.
And a head-up display.
They're here.
You brought all these players in your Buick?
Yeah.
So you.
It is.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you. Pay no interest on Buick SUV models.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with 4-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
At Batteries Plus, we power family road trips.
We power bedtime stories. We power our local hospitals. We power connections with friends. We do more than replace batteries and fix phones and tablets. We help our neighbors power their lives. How powerful is that? Get powered in-store, curbside, and at batteriesplus.com.
Traffic is horrible.
Great. Time for another one of these.
Bite into the new Primal Burrito or Biscuit with prime rib at Hardee's. See Jurassic World Dominion now in theaters.
Stony Creek Home and Garden in Minocqua carries a great selection of outdoor furniture, offering the finest brands at a competitive price.
This whole week, Jeff, I've been thinking about Saturday. Is it going to rain? Is it not going to rain? Where are you thinking now?
We have a big race tomorrow in Conover. It's going to rain tomorrow. So I know there's lots of weddings tomorrow, lots of outdoor events, but there is some rainfall on the way. Likely, though, non-severe, so we're all good. Okay, but here's the thing. A couple of thunder showers out there earlier. Those have now faded away, but there's more to our west that will get in here around sunrise tomorrow and be fading away as it does. The problem is there's a cold front in there, also an area of low pressure. That's going to regenerate some weather, most likely for us around 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, lingering through about noon to 1, somewhere in there. So just overall, there's going to be rain out there tomorrow, right? We can't get away from it. But once that front goes through, the wind's going to shift out of the west and really clear things out quickly late tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. So it gets better quickly tomorrow. And by the way, I was looking at the calendar earlier when I was looking at these maps. 6 months from today is Christmas Eve. Isn't that weird to think about? Huh. So we won't get temperatures like this on Christmas Eve. You know, it's near 70 out there now. It's going to be a humid night for sleeping outside if you are camping, but here we are, the 7-day. Colder tomorrow, not cold, but colder, right? Mid-70s. Sunday a bit chilly for a few of you, right? 68, followed by a beautiful day on Monday.
A couple of days of rain in there, but what are you going to do? Good for the planting out there.
And the gardens.
And the gardens. Thank you, Jeff. We'll have more news and weather for you next week. Thanks for joining us on Newswatch 12 at 10. The Night Show with Jimmy Fallon is up next.